But a question from Julian, which says, for someone who's capable of gaining a large following, is there also a greater capacity to compartmentalize? You also talked about like speaking to a large crowd frequently a detriment to a person's character. So what are your thoughts here, Daniel, with regards to like someone like Ravi, who had such just a massive platform, like talking at like the Mormon church or whatever it's called, and just like speaking to these giant crowds? Like, what do you think about that and the character and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that speaking to a large crowd is an incredibly lonely thing. Having a big following is lonely. People end up feeling like they know you. Often, many good speakers will pour a lot of their own stories and be vulnerable in that sense to the audience, and so it ends up creating a disproportional like ratio of knowledge. So if you had a friend and you just poured your heart out to them, and in normal friendship, someone reciprocates and gets vulnerable as well. If you confess shadow in your life, often your friend will say, "Hey, here's a way that I also relate." When you're a speaker, you'll pour your heart out, and the people might applaud, and it might be a buzz for a moment, but it's an incredibly lonely thing. And so I think that there's a lot of vulnerability in the worst sense of the word in speaking to a large crowd. Just isolated. When as an itinerant and you travel a lot, again, people feel like they know you because they maybe read your books and hear your voice and all that stuff, but they're strangers to you. And so I think it just makes it easier to, how do I say, among my friends, among Alonzo and Alexandra, like these are my wife and my best friend, like they always know how I'm really doing. And I might lie to myself. I'm a number 7 on the Enneagram. Like I love to be happy and spontaneous. And they're just like, "Daniel, like you're not doing okay." And I'm like, "No, I'm fine. You look exhausted." No, I'm fine. And I just can't fool them, even though I can fool myself. I can fool strangers some of the time. So that's to say, someone who's speaking to large crowds and traveling, it's just so much easier to wear masks and to